We are struggling with our operation. Reason why we started doing assembly of furniture. So let's assume we have a quotation. I go into the sales application, and when I go into the sales application, we have this client of us, Deco Addict, and so for Deco Addict, what we're gonna do is that um, we are going to have a service on timesheets, okay, and it's going to last 100 hours. So 100 hours for this installation, and we are going to install cabinets with doors, these exact ones. So we can already send the quotation to our customer, or we can just confirm, assuming we have confirmed. So I'll just click here on this gearing button, engine button, and the beauty about Odoo is that I can create automatically a project from this sales application. So what I'm going to do, instead of I'm going to create a project template, and actually this is an amazing new feature. So what I'm going to do is just I'll call it building cabinet, create it, and then create a project. So here we can see that we have stages. So we're going to have a new stage, assuming we're going to have a progress stage, okay, and delivered, to track the task that we have already delivered. So um, we have a project, but we have a lot of tasks that we need to assign. So we're going to use automations and artificial intelligence already inbuilt in Odoo to be able to assign our task efficiently. So I'll create this automation and create this task here. I'll create this action, I mean, and I'll call it set responsible. Said type update on record, update with AI, and say assignee, and I'll say okay. Uh, Field selector, I'll say a title, and insert it, and also we're going to say let's say if it's Jean-Luc, we insert. So we say Jean-Luc likes installing. Great. So we're going to tell Odoo, whenever we receive a task for installing, this task should be assigned to Jean-Luc. So I'm just going to refresh my page, and the I'm sure, yeah, by now it's already selected. The automation has been created. So let's try it out. Let's assuming we have an installation task. We're going to call it installation. Okay. So I'll put the hashtag so that we can be able to categorize or filter our tasks by category. Installing, and it's going to be time-sheeted on time. So I put also the exclamation mark to say that it's a priority. When I create, you can see already we have the encoded time, the allocated time. We also have the tag and also have the name of the task. If I drag and move it to the progress, the amazing thing is that we can see that the task has already been assigned automatically to Jean-Luc, because the task is installing. So if I move to the project application, something which is interesting. Let's say I go into an existing project like this one, Office with Do. We can try to create a new task. First of all, I can try to create a new task from here. I can just try to create a new task and say this new task is going to be about just anything. Okay, closet installation. Okay, I'll create a new task, and I go, and here I'll just prompt AI to create for me a specification for closet installation, and just in a minute, Odoo has already created for me the specifications. So the beauty about this is that we have already this task, and I can create it as a template, assuming it's going to be a recurrent task. If I go back and I try to create a new task, you can see already it comes as a template already. I can either choose to create a new task, use the same specifications, the same template, or create a new task from scratch, which is very interesting. So let's assume we have this and other existing projects, but now we have this button top menu. It's very interesting, which allows us actually to navigate um, and access different applications like invoices, manufacturing orders, dashboard, and so on and so forth, sales order, and I can even save these shortcuts, this view. So let's say we have a new particular client today has asked us to do, maybe he need a major particular um, installations, or which are supposed to be done by senior architecture, and it's going to be a service on timesheet. I can just create maybe 50 hours for this. So can just send and confirm. When I send and confirm, you can see that it already the task has been added to the project. So the beauty about this is that I can also access my dashboard, and I can have an overview of how the project is doing, everything, the profitability of the project, the progress of the project, and so on. Can even access my task, and can access the Gantt chart. In my Gantt chart, we can have different views of my task scheduling, based on the day, the week, the month, the quarter, the year, and so forth. So let's say Jean-Luc is being allocated a new task. Um, you can see already that the allocated time is comes already based on the planned date automatically, and I can call it maybe measuring. Just say measuring. Okay. Wow. So Jean-Luc has been allocated a new task now. How is he going to encode this new task? I can just go to timesheet, the timesheet application, and in a timesheet application, since I'm connected as Jean-Luc, I can just say I'll press this start button, assuming I start recording the time and all that. I can even record it in home furniture, and look for the task measuring this one exactly, and good. So we're good to go. We have the description, we have the time. You can even stop and say okay, finish. When you finish encoding the time, so you can see that it has been added automatically. So the other thing is, like, if I just go to all timesheet, the beauty about this is that we have all the we have an overview of all the tasks, and which have been done by my colleagues and the time that they encoded. Um, and this is a view by week. But something which is interesting is that here at the gray area, in the gray area, in case we have extra hours, depending also on the workload of the person, we can see the actually the interface, or the soft system will actually um, informs us about the extra hours, and so on and so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth and so on. So this is how you can actually use timesheets to encode your time if you're into consulting or servicing, with a very good design, and also an application which is available on mobile phone.